All righty, coming up, we take a look at how police agencies across Kentucky are cracking down on drunk driving. And Kentucky's lowest paid workers could see bigger paydays if some lawmakers have their way. Plus, in Martin County, officials with addiction recovery care are helping addicts to recover in more ways than one.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 5:30 on Wednesday, August the 21st. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning. Well, yesterday evening, last night, we got a round of rain that kind of brought our temperatures down a little bit, Brandon, so there will be some relief, but probably not as much as many were hoping, right?
Not yet, anyway. I think we're going to see a lot of relief behind that cold front the next few days, and again, this weekend, too. It's going to hold for a little while, but let's take a look at what's going on right now. Whitesburg Pine Mountain, top of that, US 119. Things pretty quiet up there this morning. Some fog across parts of the area, so be aware of that as you head out the door this morning. We're going to continue to see things pretty quiet there for a little bit there. We're going to continue to see, again, live pinpoint Doppler radar. Stay quiet for us as we head through the first part of your day. Temperatures in the 60s almost area-wide. A few 70-degree readings there. Moorhead, Ashland, Prestonsburg, and Logan. Temperature change, that's quite a few degrees cooler in most locations than it was this time yesterday. Planner for today, we're going to see temperatures climb back to right around 89 today, though. Scattered chances for rain. Best chances, though, deeper into the afternoon and going into the early evening hours. I'll have the rest of the forecast, including talking about that cold front that we've been referencing all week long here in just a few minutes. Will?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Well, police agencies across Kentucky are cracking down on drunk driving through the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign. In 2018, Laurel County ranked in the top 40 counties in Kentucky for impaired driving issues. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds talks to police in London about how they are combating those statistics.
Last year, 116 people died in the state from impaired driving accidents.
One is one too many, and it takes a split second for you not to realize it and make a mistake. And you're not only risking yourself, you're risking everybody around you.
Which is why through Labor Day weekend, police agencies across the state are partnering for the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign.
It means we're going to be out more, you're going to be visible, we're going to be stopping cars. We'll be looking more.
Officers say there are some telltale signs that someone might be impaired. Things like crossing the center line or speeding and slowing down. Adding a possible DUI is not something to take lightly.
It could be even higher charges such as manslaughter, such as assault, murder. All that can stem from a DUI. It's just not worth it.
But officers are also looking for regular safety hazards such as seatbelt and headlights because they can help stop fatal accidents as well.
It may not be that they think they're going to save their lives and maybe they don't want a ticket. Either way, it's saving lives, and that's what we're all about.
Police say if you suspect that someone is under the influence while driving, immediately call 911. In Laurel County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Police say while the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign will continue through Labor Day weekend, safety checks are always a priority. Yesterday, WSGS partnered with Bluegrass Care Navigators to host a Hospice Radio Day. BCN uses the Radio Day to fundraise so patients can receive the care they are known to provide. It also allows them to tell stories of how they have impacted the lives of their patients and their families, while also helping to end the misconceptions around hospice care.
It shouldn't be a scary word. We're there to help educate the nurses, the staff. Everybody takes care of the patient, but they also take care of the family members.
Bluegrass Care Navigators exceeded their goal of $25,000. A new scam has hit the phone lines in Letcher County. Since January, more than 50 people have filed complaints to the sheriff's office about scam phone calls. Recently, more people are saying they are receiving calls about their Social Security numbers. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more on that.
Scam phone calls,
people of Letcher County be aware,
are dialing up a world of trouble for the Letcher County community.
They're targeting our seniors. I think it's a shame.
One of those calls attempts to convince people that their Social Security number has been compromised and needs to be renewed for a fee.
There's another one that's going around that they say that your Social Security number's been gave as information during a criminal activity.
Sheriff Mickey Steins says these calls are an attempt to fish personal information and money from the people who received them.
Your Social Security number is never going to be changed. You know, that's a number you get at birth, and you can't change it, and money's definitely not going to change it.
He says there is a simple way to handle the situation.
I wouldn't give them any information over the phone. I would just hang up on them.
But he recognizes how tricky the scammers are.
You know, now you can't block the number because they're using so many different numbers to call from.
So he hopes everyone in the area will use caution.
How many people has actually fell victim to this scam and has sent money to them?
To avoid being a victim. In Letcher County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
State Representative Angie Hatton says she has reported 2 calls to the Attorney General's Consumer Fraud Hotline. She encourages others to do the same. That number is 1-800-772-4636. Investigators say one former state employee stole more than $10,000 from the agency she was working for. Dana Baker was indicted earlier this month. Court papers allege the fraud happened from 2007 to last year while Baker was working for the Kentucky Commission for Children with Special Health Care Needs. Investigators say Baker created fake accounts to pay personal expenses. She is charged with mail fraud and identity theft. 2 Kentucky natural gas companies face fines of more than $100,000. The Public Service Commission says B&H Gas and Johnson County Gas, along with their owner and president Bud Rife, will have to pay the fines by August 28th. The companies have customers in Floyd and Johnson counties. The PSC says the companies issued promissory notes without approval. Regulators also say Johnson County Gas and Rife did not file quarterly adjustments to reflect changes in the natural gas market price. Kentucky's lowest paid workers could see bigger paydays if some lawmakers have their way. State Senator Reggie Thomas and Representative Kathy Hinkle, both Democrats, pre-filed a bill to increase Kentucky's minimum wage. Since 2008, minimum wage has sat at $7.25. The latest proposal aims to increase the wage gradually through the next 7 years. Ultimately, it would cap at $15 in 2027.
No one should have to work and still live in poverty, still have to receive food stamps, still have to receive a medical card. That makes no sense.
The bills would also allow cities to enact their own minimum wage. Several efforts in years past have struggled to gain much traction in the legislature. Addiction Recovery Care opened an outpatient center in Martin County. New officials are helping addicts to recover in more ways than one. WIMT's Marianne Fletcher shows us how.
Recovery is not easy.
It doesn't matter how bad they are.
But officials with Addiction Recovery Care say they are here to help.
There is hope and they can recover.
Senior Director Jamie Gillum works at a new outpatient center in Martin County.
We are treatment for people who are struggling with addiction that need outpatient services.
3 years ago, community liaison Megan Evans lived a different life.
And I was a functioning addict for a long time until it just got to the point where I couldn't function anymore.
Her goal is to change the stigma surrounding the court system.
It was a time of pain and of crisis, and then now it can be a time of hope and opportunity for other people, just like it was for me.
Using her story to help others fight addiction.
And now I get to come full circle, literally, right back in the courtroom where it all started, and help pull other people out of the fire.
Addicts are getting treatment instead of jail time.
Because we know that the answer is not behind bars.
In Martin County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
In the last 3 months, Megan Evans has helped around 45 people get the opportunity to go to treatment instead of being incarcerated. Food City officials announced Tuesday that the grocery chain is expanding their same-day delivery services to a number of stores in the mountains. According to a news release, Food City will deliver the items to customers' doorsteps, possibly within an hour of making their order. The program is a partnership between Food City and Instacart. Hazard is one of the stores getting the new service. Others offering delivery in the near future are the Food City in Wise, Virginia, and the chain's Coburn, Virginia location. Store officials did not say when this service is set to begin. Well, the Kentucky Lottery wants to send 5 lucky people to Times Square to ring in 2020. But to be a winner, you must first be a loser. The lottery says it will pick among people with losing Powerball tickets worth at least $4 for the contest. 5 people will win a 4-day trip to New York City from December 29th to January 2nd. They will also compete with winners from other states for $1 million. Entries can be submitted through September 29th. And a bit of bad luck for some people. You might not see Spider-Man jumping from building to building in the next Marvel movie.
While the rain chances are scattered today, they will pick up for tomorrow and Friday. I'll have the latest details in about 3 minutes.